There are 10 kinds of forgotten objects hiding in ordinary garages that collectors are actively searching for, and you may already own several of them. I am not talking about the classic car parked under a protective cover. I mean the thing sitting beside it, the rusty toolbox, the dusty oil can, the old bicycle, the faded sign, and the strange metal machine nobody has touched in 30 years. Most people see garage clutter. Collectors see pieces of automotive history. And the item at number one, the large, awkward machine families often sell as decoration or scrap, has sold for as much as $78,000 in a documented 2026 auction. Before we begin, I need to be honest. Most objects in your garage will not make you rich. A broken plastic bucket is still a broken plastic bucket. A common modern wrench is still a common wrench. And a rusty machine does not automatically become valuable simply because it is old. But here is what people misunderstand about garage collectibles. Value often hides in the exact version, the manufacturer's mark, the original paint, a rare shape, a dealership name, a forgotten accessory, or the fact that an object survived when thousands of others were thrown away. A family may protect an ordinary lawnmower for 20 years while using a valuable advertising sign to cover a hole in the wall. They may empty an old toolbox, keep the tools, and throw away the box that was worth more than everything inside. They may repaint a rare gas pump in bright modern colors, not realizing the worn original finish was part of its history. So do not throw anything away yet. Do not repaint it. Do not polish it. Do not separate it from the pieces stored around it. And do not let someone take the entire garage for one convenient price until you have checked all 10 categories. Number 10. Old toolboxes and machinist chests. We begin with the container people rarely evaluate, the toolbox itself. In many garages, an old metal toolbox is treated as nothing more than a place to store loose screws, drill bits, nails, and broken sockets. It may be covered in grease, the handle may be worn smooth, one drawer may stick, and someone may have painted a name across the lid 50 years ago. That does not automatically make it valuable. Many ordinary steel toolboxes remain inexpensive, but certain tool chests have a dedicated collector market, especially those associated with respected machinist tool manufacturers, railway workshops, military service, racing teams, factories, and early automotive garages. Wooden machinist chests can be particularly interesting. They often have shallow felt-lined drawers designed for precision measuring instruments. Some were made from oak, mahogany, or other attractive woods. Others contain small mirrors, removable trays, lockable fronts, and manufacturer plates. A chest that looks like an old miniature cabinet may have been made for highly skilled work. The first rule is simple. Do not separate the box from the tools until you understand the relationship between them. A measuring instrument may have a shaped compartment built specifically for it. A group of tools may carry the same owner's initials. A military or company marking on the chest may explain where the entire collection came from. That history is called provenance, and provenance can turn a group of ordinary-looking objects into a meaningful collection. Metal toolboxes also deserve attention. Look for early racing decals, dealership markings, factory identification plates, unusual shapes, built-in trays, and evidence that the box was supplied with a particular vehicle or machine. Some classic cars originally included fitted toolkits. A wrench or screwdriver that looks ordinary may be valuable when it can be proven to belong to a specific early automobile. Your garage test is to empty the chest carefully onto a clean cloth and photograph everything before changing the arrangement. Check beneath removable trays. Look inside the lid. Feel underneath drawer liners. Record every stamp, badge, number, and handwritten name. Do not sand away old paint. Do not replace the handle. Do not cover the chest with modern stickers. And never throw away a fitted wooden insert simply because it is empty. Its shape may reveal which missing tool originally belonged there. The container may not merely hold the collection. It may be the object that proves the collection is complete. Number 9. Vintage hand tools and specialized automotive tools. Now let us examine the tools. Most old hammers, screwdrivers, and adjustable wrenches are useful, but not exceptionally valuable. Age alone is not enough. The valuable examples usually have something more. A rare manufacturer, an early patent, an unusual mechanical design, a short production period, a connection to a famous vehicle, or a highly specialized purpose. Garage drawers are full of tools that younger family members cannot identify. Valve tools, hubcap removers, carburetor gauges, early spark plug tools, hand crank drills, bodywork hammers, bearing pullers, timing instruments, wooden-handled saws, and strange wrenches designed to fit only one type of nut. The more specific the tool appears, the more carefully you should investigate it. Some collectors build complete toolkits for classic automobiles. If the original toolkit disappeared, they may search for individual pieces carrying the correct manufacturer marks. That means a small spanner could be worth more to the right collector than a large modern socket set. Early woodworking and machinist tools can also attract serious interest. Look for hand planes with unusual bodies, precision measuring equipment, brass and steel instruments, early levels, miniature tools, patented mechanisms, and tools with beautifully shaped wooden handles. But be cautious. A famous manufacturer's name does not make every tool rare. Many respected companies produced huge numbers of ordinary products. The model, age, size, material, and conditions still matter. Your garage test is to organize old tools by function rather than throwing them into one pile. Place all measuring tools together, all vehicle-specific tools together, all woodworking tools together. Then inspect every surface. Manufacturer marks often appear beneath grease, inside handles, on adjustment wheels, or along the edge of the metal. Clean only enough to read the mark. Do not place an old tool against a powered wire wheel. Do not grind away rust. Do not sharpen a blade before evaluation. Do not replace an original wooden handle merely because it looks worn. Collectors often prefer honest wear created by decades of use. A bright, aggressively restored tool may look newer, but it can lose the evidence that made it interesting. And keep handwritten labels. A piece of masking tape saying, "Grandfather's railway wrench," may not prove anything by itself, but it gives you a name, occupation, and story to investigate. Sometimes the smallest tool in the drawer carries the largest history. Number 8. Old fishing tackle and lures. The garage is often where fishing equipment goes after its owner stops fishing. Rods are placed in the rafters, reels disappear into cabinets, and small tackle boxes remain closed for decades because nobody wants to sort through hundreds of hooks. Most used fishing tackle is modestly priced, but rare lures, early reels, unusual colors, original boxes, regional makers, and limited production designs can be surprisingly collectible. The danger is that valuable fishing items often look like inexpensive toys. A lure may be nothing more than painted wood with hooks attached. The paint may be chipped. One glass eye may be missing. The metal may be discolored. To someone clearing the garage, it looks damaged. To a collector, those details may help identify its age and maker. Early wooden lures deserve special attention. Look for carved bodies, glass eyes, unusual propellers, hand-painted patterns, and hardware that appears different from modern fishing equipment. Small manufacturers sometimes produce lures only for local shops or particular lakes. Their names may be unfamiliar outside a narrow collecting community, but scarcity can create strong demand. Color is important too. A common pattern may be worth a modest amount, while a rare experimental color attracts far more attention. The box can be critical. An original cardboard package may include the model name, color code, manufacturer, and instructions. Without the box, a lure might be difficult to identify precisely. Reels should also be inspected carefully. Early multiplying reels, high-quality fly reels, tournament equipment, presentation models, and unusual materials can be desirable. Do not overlook rods with maker names, split cane construction, decorative wrapping, or original fabric bags. Your garage test is to place a thick cloth over the table before opening old tackle boxes. Fishing hooks can remain dangerously sharp after decades. Photograph each tray before moving anything. Keep lures with their boxes. Do not repaint chipped bodies. Do not replace old hooks. Do not polish metal parts until they shine. And never test an old rod by bending it sharply. Dry materials, old glue, and weakened fibers can fail without warning. Pay attention to handwritten notes as well. A lure stored beside a fishing license, tournament photograph, or letter from its maker may have a story that the object alone cannot tell. What looks like a box of rusty hooks may contain a forgotten history of local fishing. Number 7. Toy cars, garage models, and pedal cars. This category causes one of the most common garage clearance mistakes. People assume toys belong in the children's category, so they give them away before checking them. But garages often contain toys connected to automobiles, die-cast cars, tin plate vehicles, service station playsets, model garages, remote-controlled cars, promotional dealership models, and large pedal cars that children drove along the pavement. Most heavily played with toys are not worth a fortune, but rare models, unusual liveries, dealer promotions, complete playsets, prototypes, and toys with original packaging can attract serious collectors. Die-cast vehicles should be checked for more than the car's name. Look at the manufacturer, scale, wheel design, base plate, country of production, color, decals, and whether the model represents a commercial vehicle, racing team, local company, or short-lived brand. Promotional models can be especially interesting. Car dealerships sometimes gave miniature vehicles to customers or displayed them in showrooms. Certain colors may match real vehicles offered during one model year. The cardboard box can multiply desirability. A scratched toy with no packaging may be common. The same vehicle preserved with its original box, inner packing, paperwork, and accessories becomes a much more complete object. Pedal cars require a different inspection. Look beneath the body for manufacturer plates and stamped numbers. Check the grille, wheels, hubcaps, pedals, steering wheel, windscreen, lights, and decorative trim. A large toy may have been repaired repeatedly during its life. Replaced wheels and modern paint do not necessarily destroy all value, but originality should be documented before any restoration begins. Do not repaint a pedal car because the surface looks tired. The faded paint may reveal an uncommon factory color. Do not replace missing decals with reproductions before photographing what remains. Do not throw away a detached headlight, hubcap, bell, or windshield frame. And do not assume a homemade-looking model is worthless. Some early toys were built in small workshops, and handmade construction can be part of their appeal. Your garage test is to search separately for every vehicle. Do not sell a whole box under a description like old toy cars. One rare promotional van may be worth more than the common models surrounding it. And before giving the toys to visiting grandchildren, identify them first. A child does not need a collector-grade model to enjoy playing with a car. Number 6. Old bicycles, minibikes, and pedal-powered machines. Old bicycles are difficult to evaluate because many valuable and inexpensive examples look equally rusty after decades in a garage. A bicycle may have flat tires, a torn seat, frozen brakes, and layers of dust covering every badge. Most ordinary bicycles are worth modest amounts, but early racing bicycles, rare manufacturers, unusual frame designs, original paint schemes, delivery bicycles, military models, high-quality components, and bikes connected to significant competitions can be valuable. The frame is the foundation of the identification. Look for a head badge near the handlebars, stamped numbers beneath the crank, names on the tubing, unusual lugs where the tubes join, and evidence of original paint beneath later repainting. Components matter as well. Collectors may search for specific hubs, gears, brakes, handlebars, saddles, lamps, pumps, and tool bags. A bicycle fitted with the correct period components can be much more desirable than one modernized with replacement parts. This is why you should not begin restoration before identification. Do not throw away the cracked leather saddle. Do not remove the old lamp. Do not replace the wheels. Do not scrape decals from the frame. And do not dispose of the small metal pump attached beneath the top tube. Mini bikes and small motorcycles require even greater caution. An incomplete machine may look like a worthless frame and engine, but a rare manufacturer, racing connection, or unusual engine can change the picture. Search the frame number and engine number independently. Keep tanks, guards, exhaust systems, carburetors, badges, and controls together. A missing engine cover may have been placed on another garage shelf 20 years ago. Your garage test is to photograph the entire bicycle or mini bike from both sides before moving it. Then photograph the head badge, frame number, engine number when present, wheel hubs, gear mechanisms, seat, pedals, and every accessory. Do not pressure wash an old bicycle. Water can enter bearings and lift fragile decals. Do not inflate cracked tires to full pressure, and do not take a neglected mini bike for a quick test ride. Old brakes, fuel systems, and tires can be unsafe even when the machine appears complete. Sometimes the most valuable feature is not how beautifully the machine has been restored. It is how completely it survived. Number 5. License plates, dealership badges, keys, and vehicle documents. The next category is small enough to disappear inside almost any garage drawer. Old license plates, dealer badges, vehicle keys, registration papers, service books, owner's manuals, receipts, and photographs of cars the family no longer owns. A single common license plate may be inexpensive, but unusual dates, low numbers, early materials, rare jurisdictions, special designs, matching pairs, and plates connected to famous vehicles can attract collectors. Do not judge a plate only by its condition. Some early plates were used in harsh weather and survived in small numbers. Original paint, mounting holes, and wear can help show that the plate is genuine. Dealer badges are often ignored because they were added to vehicles as advertising. Yet dealership history has become a collecting field of its own. A badge from a small dealership that closed decades ago may be interesting to local collectors or to the owner of a vehicle originally sold there. Keys can matter too. Early car keys sometimes have distinctive shapes, manufacturer logos, dealer tags, or numbered metal labels. A key may be meaningless by itself, but valuable as part of a complete set with the vehicle documents. The paperwork is where the real story may appear. An owner's manual can reveal the exact model. A service book can show a vehicle's history. A dealership invoice may document factory options. Old photographs can prove that a detached sign, badge, part, or race number belonged to a particular car. Your garage test is to gather all automotive papers before deciding what belongs together. Search glove boxes, toolboxes, desk drawers, metal cabinets, and envelopes hanging from hooks. Do not remove old stickers from license plates. Do not repaint faded numbers. Do not bend plates flat if they have developed a curve. Do not separate matching plates. And do not throw away an old key merely because it no longer opens anything you own. Write down every name appearing on the documents: the former owner, dealership, repair shop, racing organization, insurance company, and manufacturer. You are not searching only for monetary value. You are rebuilding the history that may make every other object in the garage easier to identify. Number 4. Oil cans, grease tins, lubricators, and workshop containers. Now we come to the items people often use for decoration without realizing collectors may take them seriously. Oil cans, grease tins, fuel containers, hand pumps, lubricators, funnels, and branded workshop cabinets. Most ordinary containers are inexpensive, but early examples with strong graphics, rare brands, unusual shapes, regional companies, intact caps, and original paint can sell for meaningful amounts. In 2026, Mecum recorded a 5-gallon Haviland oil can selling for $420. A restored Sinclair lubricator and oil can pair sold for $2,400, while a Texaco pair sold for $2,160. Those results also show why exact brand, size, completeness, restoration, and condition matter. Similar-looking objects can produce very different prices. The artwork is often where the value lives. Bright animals, airplanes, racing cars, company mascots, distinctive lettering, and colors associated with early service stations. Many containers were used until they became dirty, punctured, or crushed. Others were cut open and turned into scoops or parts bins. That destruction is why complete survivors attract interest. Look at the top and bottom carefully. Original caps, handles, spouts, lids, and embossed markings matter. A can may appear plain from the front but carry an important manufacturer mark beneath it. Do not clean a painted can with strong chemicals. Old graphics can disappear immediately. Do not coat it with clear varnish. Do not repair dents with a hammer. Do not remove grease until you know whether the paint beneath it is stable. And never open a sealed vintage container casually. Some collectors prefer unopened examples, but old chemical contents may also be hazardous. Leaking or swollen containers should be handled with appropriate local hazardous waste guidance rather than placed inside the home. Your garage test is to separate decorative branded cans from modern generic containers. Photograph every side. Record the size. Check whether the cap is present. And look for matching racks, pumps, signs, and cabinets elsewhere in the garage. A small can may have once belonged to a complete service station display, and the collection is usually worth understanding before it is broken into individual pieces. Number 3. Hood ornaments, emblems, steering wheels, and rare car parts. The shelves in old garages often contain parts from vehicles that disappeared years ago. A chrome bird, a radiator mascot, a steering wheel, an old grill, hubcaps, carburetors, taillights, gauges, badges, and mechanical pieces wrapped in oily newspaper. Families frequently assume these are leftovers. Sometimes they are. But parts for rare, luxury, racing, and early vehicles can be highly desirable because restorers need authentic components. Hood ornaments are a good example. A common ornament may be decorative but inexpensive. A rare mascot connected to an important manufacturer can be a serious collectible. Check the material, mounting system, markings, shape, and whether the ornament retains an original base. Do not polish it immediately. Chrome, nickel, bronze, plated metal, and modern reproductions can behave differently. Aggressive polishing can remove an original surface and soften details. Car badges deserve the same caution. A badge may have been used for only 1 year or one trim level. Look at the reverse. Original mounting posts, manufacturer marks, casting numbers, and old fasteners can help distinguish an authentic piece from a later reproduction. Steering wheels can also be valuable. Early wood-rimmed wheels, racing wheels, luxury car designs, and unusual horn buttons may attract collectors. Cracks do not automatically make them worthless. Originality and rarity may matter more than perfect appearance. Mechanical parts require precise identification. Do not advertise an object simply as old carburetor or vintage gauge. Search every casting number, part number, patent number, and manufacturer plate. A component may fit several common vehicles or one rare model. That difference changes everything. Your garage test is to keep each group of parts together. If several pieces were stored in one box, photograph the box before separating them. The person who stored them may have grouped parts from the same vehicle. Keep old wrapping paper too. A handwritten note such as "spare parts for the red roadster" provides a clue. Do not sandblast anything. Do not repaint badges. Do not test electrical gauges with random voltage. Do not throw away damaged pieces before identifying them. And be especially cautious with unopened parts in old manufacturer packaging. New old stock means a part was produced years ago but never installed. Original boxes, labels, protective paper, and factory finishes can make such parts desirable to restorers. The part that appears least useful to you may be the final missing piece of someone else's restoration. Number 2. Porcelain signs, neon signs, and advertising clocks. Number 2 is the category most likely to be hiding in plain sight: the sign on the garage wall. It may have been there so long that nobody sees it anymore. Perhaps it covers damaged plaster. Perhaps it was brought home when a service station closed. Perhaps your grandfather used it as a shelf. Porcelain signs, metal advertising signs, neon signs, dealership displays, and branded clocks can be valuable. But this field is also full of reproductions. Original signs were produced for oil companies, automobile manufacturers, tire companies, repair shops, battery makers, and dealerships. Collectors look for strong graphics, rare brands, unusual shapes, original mounting hardware, large sizes, and surviving gloss. Recent auction results show the range. A 1954 double-sided porcelain neon dealership sign sold for $41,300 at Mecum in 2023. In 2026, a double-sided mobile gas sign sold for $16,800, while a 1950s Oldsmobile service sign sold for $10,800. These are individual auction results, not guaranteed values for similar-looking signs. Condition matters, but rarity can matter more. A common sign in beautiful condition may sell for less than a scarce sign with edge damage. Porcelain signs often have thick enamel surfaces and mounting holes with characteristic chipping. But reproductions can imitate those features, so you should not rely on one visual clue. Inspect the reverse. Look at the mounting holes. Study the aging. Search the manufacturer's name. Measure the sign. and compare it with verified examples from reputable auction archives. Do not attempt to create artificial age. Do not drill new holes. Do not flatten a curved sign. Do not repaint missing letters. And do not replace old neon before documenting the complete sign. Some neon signs have original porcelain faces but later tubes, transformers, or cabinets. Others may be assembled from old and new components. That does not necessarily make them worthless, but the description must be accurate. Advertising clocks require a similar inspection. The clock mechanism may have been replaced while the face and case remain original. Keep loose hands, glass, backs, cords, and mounting brackets. Your garage test is to photograph the sign exactly where it hangs before removing it. Then photograph both sides in natural light. Measure it, record every mark, and ask why it was in the family. Did someone work at the dealership? Did the family own a repair shop? Was the sign removed when a local service station closed? The story may provide the lead that confirms its origin. And whatever you do, do not let someone buy every sign in the garage before you identify them separately. The buyer may not be interested in the decoration. They may be interested in the one rare name everyone else overlooked. Number 1. Antique gas pumps and service station equipment. At number 1 is the machine that many people mistake for oversized garage decoration. The antique gas pump. Old pumps survive in barns, workshops, closed service stations, farms, and private garages. Some are short rectangular machines with mechanical number displays. Others have tall glass cylinders that once allowed customers to see the fuel before it entered the vehicle. Most are heavy, many are incomplete, and some have been repainted so many times that nobody remembers what they originally looked like. Not every gas pump is worth a fortune. Recent auction results show enormous variation. Restored or incomplete pumps have sold for a few $1,000s, while exceptional examples can command much more. A restored 1920s Shell double visible pump sold for $78,000 at Meekum's Kissimmee 2026 auction. By contrast, other individual pumps recorded by Meekum have sold around $3,000, $7,800, or $9,440, depending on model, configuration, restoration, branding, originality, and completeness. Why did the exceptional example sell for so much? It was not simply old. It was a dramatic double visible pump with 2 tall cylinders, decorative globes, distinctive branding, and a far rarer presence than an ordinary later pump. That is the lesson of this entire video. The category does not determine the value. The exact object does. When inspecting a gas pump, begin with the manufacturer plate. Names such as Wayne, Tokheim, Bennett, Gilbarco, and others may appear, but you still need the model and serial number. Then inspect the globe. Pump plates, glass cylinder, meter, doors, handle, hose, nozzle, internal mechanism, and base. Original parts may have been removed when a pump was converted into decoration. Sometimes those parts are still stored elsewhere in the garage. Do not begin restoration until the machine has been documented. A professional restoration may increase the appeal of certain pumps, but an incorrect restoration can create a mixture of unrelated brands, reproduction signs, modern decals, and historically inaccurate colors. The pump may look beautiful afterward while becoming harder to describe honestly. Safety is also important. Old fuel equipment may contain residue, lead-based paint, sharp metal, fragile glass, and heavy moving parts. Do not smell the tank to identify its contents. Do not cut into it. Do not apply heat. Do not connect old wiring. And do not attempt to move a tall pump alone. Your final garage test is to photograph the entire machine from every side. Find the manufacturer plate. Record all numbers. Photograph every piece before removal. Search the garage for detached globes, signs, glass, handles, hoses, and doors. And investigate the history of the property. Was there once a farm fuel station nearby? Did a former owner operate a repair shop? Was the pump brought home when a local station closed? The answer may explain why it is there and which branding belongs on it. A large rusty machine may look like the least convenient object in the garage. That inconvenience is one reason it survived. Small objects were thrown away. Heavy machines were left where they stood. And after 50 or 100 years, survival can become scarcity. Final message. Every category in this video comes back to the same principle. Slow down. Garage valuables rarely announce themselves. They hide beneath grease, inside drawers, behind cabinets, above rafters, and underneath objects nobody has moved since the house was purchased. The valuable feature may be a tiny casting number, an original cardboard box, a faded dealership name, a rare color beneath modern paint, a complete set of accessories, or a photograph showing where the object came from. Before you clear a garage, divide everything into 4 groups. Objects with manufacturer marks, objects connected to vehicles, objects carrying advertising, and objects nobody can identify. That final group is the one people throw away first. It is also the group you should research most carefully. Photograph before cleaning, record every number, keep related pieces together, preserve boxes and paperwork, and compare your object with completed auction records, not with unrealistic asking prices posted by hopeful sellers. A listing price tells you what someone wants. A completed sale tells you what a buyer actually paid. Do not assume every old object is valuable, but do not assume it is worthless because you no longer understand its purpose. The garage was never designed as a museum. That is exactly why important things survive there. Nobody displayed them, nobody restored them, nobody argued over them. They were placed on a shelf and forgotten. So before the recycling truck arrives, before the house clearance team begins loading, and before the most organized member of the family arrives with boxes and good intentions, take one final look. Open the toolbox, check the rafters, read the oil cans, turn the signs around, search the casting numbers, and look beneath every workbench. Because the object everyone calls garage clutter may be obsolete, dirty, and inconvenient. But to a collector searching for the final missing piece of history, it may be worth far more than anyone in the family imagined. Tell me in the comments, what is the oldest thing currently sitting in your garage? A toolbox? An old bicycle? A porcelain sign? A box of car parts? Or a machine nobody in the family can identify? Subscribe because next time we are opening another place where valuable objects disappear for decades. The garden shed. Old lawn equipment, cast iron tools, weathered planters, and outdoor advertising pieces that people routinely throw away without checking. Until then, do not repaint it, do not separate it, and most importantly, do not throw it away until you know exactly what you have.